Lots of sunshine today, which is nice. I actually noticed there's a lot of squirrels carrying leaves and stuff up from the trees. I guess a lot of squirrels are having babies and they're building nests. And what did I read today? Well, it's kind of interesting actually with all the shutdowns and stuff like that, restrictions with the COVID. I was reading this, which made me wonder, wasn't this like a thing a long time ago? It says, expert urges BC to adopt outdoor strategy to curb COVID-19. Despite an estimated 100,000 articles written by academics, researchers, and scientists on SARS-CoV-2, easily the most studied virus in history, not a single case study has found any outbreaks linked to outdoor activities like picnics, playgrounds, or rallies. And saying, quote, at this point, we have a really solid understanding that COVID-19 is an infection that really happens indoors. It happens in particularly crowded spaces, in poorly ventilated spaces, and often in people's workspaces and also in people's homes, explained Dr. Stephen Barrow. Again, I thought that was common knowledge by now, isn't it? Go outdoors, basically there's way less chance of getting any viruses and stuff like that. I guess we'll see if this actually helps with any restrictions and stuff during these times. With that topic of policymakers, kind of interesting reading in Australia. Apparently they're going to try to streamline drone approvals so people could actually fly without all, I guess, the paperwork and all that, if that's what you want to say. It says here, safe integration of RPAS into Australian skies. Acting Director of Aviation Safety Graham Crawford and Remotely Piloted Aircraft Systems Branch Manager Luke Gumley announced several new initiatives that CASA will deliver to help ensure the safe integration of RPAS into Australian skies. And what's happening? It says here, a new 6-month trial to digitally authorize RPAS flight requests from remotely piloted aircraft operator certificate holders within 3 nm of a controlled aerodrome. The application and onboarding of a new third-party app developers to the RPAS digital platform with the aim of bringing new drone safety apps to Australian users. The opening of a new industry consultation to standardize applications for operations beyond visual line of sight to make things simpler for REOC holders wanting to conduct these operations. The establishment of a new RPAS industry advisory groups to help inform CASA's RPAS regulatory roadmap. I guess it's kind of like that NAV Canada stuff that they're supposed to be bringing here, where you can just, I guess, use the app and get instant approval. I do wonder though, in terms of this, I guess, advisory group, are there going to be people like, say, a recreational flyer, or is it all commercial businesses and stuff again? I guess with that, we'll see. And I guess in regards to drones, it's kind of interesting reading this in the US, where they have that drone registration system and stuff like that. And it says here, drone registrations with FAA plummet by 50%. The FAA plans to launch a public outreach effort to replenish its drone registration system, which this year has experienced a 50% decline in the number of people who have registered or renewed registrations of their aircraft. And what is their explanation for it? It says the drop is due in large part due to the large number of drone registrations that reached their 3-year expiration date in December 2020. The FAA said in a statement provided to Aviation Week Network. The FAA is continuing to review the registration data and plans to launch a drone registration information and awareness campaign later this year. If this is anything like all those campaigns they have here in Canada telling people to register their drones, as you guys saw, it seems like a lot of people are really cynical over it, saying no way they're doing it and so forth. So it makes you wonder if that's the reason too. It's because people just don't want to use this system that they invented. Or at the same time, is it because people are just flying drones that are, let's just say, under 250 and all that, and they're like, I don't want to register this thing. And the other interesting thing I read, anyone read this, where I guess for that International Women's Day, Burger King posted this message here. It says, women belong in the kitchen. And you can imagine a lot of people took this the wrong way, basically scolding them for that, because that's probably the most stereotypical thing, I guess you could say, where I guess when it comes to women and what can they do as a career, that is probably the oldest thing where people say, oh, stay at home, cook in the kitchen, etc., etc. Why did they write that? It says here, if they want to, of course, yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. We are proud to be launching a new scholarship program which will help female Burger King employees pursue their culinary dreams. And they apparently spent a lot of money in this. You can see like their advertisements, which apparently they used in places like the newspaper. And it was interesting as they were actually defending it when people were essentially telling them, delete it, it's not a good idea, I guess with the way it's worded and all that. Like here, someone says, somebody working at Burger King really looked at this and thought it was a good idea. They respond by saying, to bring this attention to the huge lack of female representation in the restaurant industry, Yeah, we think it's a good idea. That's why we created a scholarship to help give more of our female employees a chance to pursue a culinary career. Even other companies like this KFC account were telling them, delete it, for example. But yeah, again, they defended it, saying, why would we delete a tweet that's drawing attention to a huge lack of female representation in our industry? We thought you'd be on board with this as well. We've launched a scholarship to help give more of our female employees a chance to pursue a culinary career. I guess eventually it got through them and they kind of admitted, okay, maybe it wasn't the best choice of words and all that. But wow, what a bad mistake, huh? Although some people are saying they did it on purpose because they knew it would generate that kind of controversy. You gotta be really careful how you word things nowadays, especially in these cases. Alright, see you guys later.